most US colleges are producing whiny snowflakes instead of future leaders. That's according to a major Harvard donor who has decided to stop providing financial support to the university. Ken Griffin, the CEO and founder of hedge fund Citadel, donated $300 million to Harvard last year. He's the latest in a string of wealthy donors who have backed out from providing donations due to anger over the university's handling of anti-Semitism on campus after the October the 7th terrorist attacks by Hamas. Well, joining me now to discuss this is the director of the Common Sense Society, Emma Webb. Emma, always a pleasure. At last, they're voting with their wallets. They're choking off the funding to these snowflake factories, and about time too.
I hope he really sticks to his guns on this, because a few people have pointed out that the resignation of Claudia Gay isn't going to be enough to solve the problems in Harvard, but also universities more broadly. It wasn't just her, but also the presidents of a number of other very prestigious American universities who, when questioned about in relation to the October 7th massacre and then the response of students on campuses who were calling for the genocide of Jews, when they were asked, did that calling for the genocide of Jews violate their bullying and harassment policies? And they couldn't give a straight answer. And Claudine Gay was one of those, and she's now resigned, and she's embroiled also in this plagiarism scandal. And as Ayaan Hirsi Ali, the great dissident, has put it, and I think this is a brilliant way of referring to it, she referred to them as a mediocrity mafia. And if you were giving £300 million, not that I'm sure either you or I, Martin, have £300 million to donate to anywhere. But if you were putting £300 million into an institution, an educational institution, you would want them to educate the students. You wouldn't want them to be essentially churning out either ideologues, or I think the concern is also to do with the plagiarism, that your students wouldn't be allowed to get away with the plagiarism that she's been accused of.
There's a piece by Alison Pearson today in the Telegraph. I get begging letters from my university, not Harvard. I went to Manchester, but they send me a letter every month saying, please donate, please donate. Lots of people are being asked to donate to keep universities going in Britain. A lot of people, Emma, are saying, no way, because actually we have the same problem in Britain. Universities right here are being accused of being little more than finishing schools for pro-Palestinian, anti-Semites or socialists.
I get those too, and I wouldn't donate either. But I do think that people should vote with their wallets on this, because money really speaks when it comes to universities, particularly if you're a large donor and you want your money to be, as I said before, and we went to that breaking news there, you want your money to be spent on proper education. When you look at someone like Claudine Gay, and some people are saying this is to do with the culture wars, and when in fact, actually, lots of other people are calling it cancel culture, when in fact, as others have pointed out, this is a woman who, in comparison to her predecessors in that position, she hasn't published as much in her entire career as some of them have published in 1 year. She hasn't got a book to her name, and stands accused of having plagiarized parts of her PhD thesis. And if a student behaved in that way, then they would presumably be disqualified. And now that's on top of the fact that she refused to be equivocal in standing against calling for Jews to be genocided on campus. So, you know, as I was saying, the term that is brilliant, that has been used by Ayaan Hirsi Ali, is the mediocrity mafia. Because this is what this donor is also saying, is that this is about the quality of education. We don't want our universities in America or in this country. In fact, it's dangerous for our universities to be pumping out ideologues. They are factories for half-educated mediocrities. We need our universities to be providing a good, solid education. Why would you donate to an educational institution that isn't providing an education? Why would you?
Yeah, superb. Emma Webb, director of the Common Sense Society. Thanks for joining us. And